Hi guys, Hack Single Figures here. Right, time for another week of golf. Right, so a slightly different video this week, mainly because, again, I didn't really do a lot of practice. I still had my little boy until most of the week. When I didn't have my little boy, I was trying to catch up and keep on top of work. So I went to the range just once. That was the only practice I did. So I hadn't really played for 2 weeks, other than a bit of putting indoors, not really played for 2 weeks. On Friday, I went to Doncaster Golf Club and played there with a friend. We played in a little match over there, and the course was fantastic. Really good golf course, really enjoyed it. Par 69, it wasn't a long course, but pretty tricky. So played there and had no expectation. We didn't film any of it because I just wanted to just play golf. So I didn't do any filming of that round. And I played really, really well. Really well. Best I've played in quite a long time. My swing just felt good. It felt easy to swing. I wasn't overthinking shots. I was literally picking a target, swinging, and that was it. I had no swing thoughts at all. And the more shots I hit well, the better it became. So, I mean, as you can see there, that's not a bad round. I shot 79, so 10 over. And, you know, the amount of fairways I hit, you know, I was being pretty sensible, but I was hitting my driver a lot and I was hitting the fairway every time. I had no silly scores, no doubles. You know, my worst was a bogey, but I had 8 pars. But 71% fairways. The greens in reg were okay, but I putted really well as well. I've been using that put out quite a lot, so my putting was loads better. I hold quite a lot of putts, so you know it was good. It felt great, and it was just so nice to not have the pressure of filming anything. So yeah, you know that was like I say, it was the first time I played in 2 weeks. So I had that on Friday. Then on Saturday, it was another medal at Howley, and it's funny how golf can make you feel really confident and then suddenly bite you on the arse. Now, I didn't set myself up in the best style for this round at Howley Hall on Saturday. So we played in Doncaster and then we went back to our friend's house. We had some food and we had a few beers and we had some more beers and then we had quite a lot of wine. We had a lot of wine, like loads of wine. And I woke up Saturday morning and felt terrible. I mean, really hungover. I had some food, thought by the time I get to the golf course, I won't play until lunchtime, I'll be alright. Got to Howley Hall and just felt sick. Like every time I addressed the ball, so every time I stood over the ball, I felt dizzy and I felt sick. So immediately I just thought, this is either going to be one of those rounds where it's just brilliant because you don't care, or it's going to be a total disaster because you've got no balance, you can't possibly hit the golf ball. And it was the latter. Game was awful. I mean, it was really bad. Again, didn't film any of it because I've decided I'm going to try and play some golf with that. I'll film practice, but I'm not going to try and film any actual rounds. Certainly when I'm trying to score. And yeah, it's a disaster. I mean, the front 9 was just awful. I had, on the 7th hole, as you can see there, yes, that is a 10. Your eyes are not deceiving you. Yeah, I had a 10. And it was just, do you know what? It was just bad decisions. I couldn't swing the club. It was just awful. I just couldn't hit anything. I had the odd hole where I scored all right. I had some chances to score all right. And I pulled it back a little bit on the back 9. It wasn't quite as bad, but it wasn't that great. And I shot a 47 on the back, which it wasn't great. But yeah, I mean, it was just awful. And it's my own fault. It's my own stupid fault. But it was a nice sunny day as well. Towards the end of the round, I actually started to feel a little bit better after a pot pie and lots of cans of Coke. But yeah, it's pretty awful. But I'm not beating myself up about it because actually, so many of you have given some advice that don't take it so personally, don't take it so to heart. Golf's meant to be fun, and it is. And all right, I'm putting myself out there trying to achieve this handicap, which, having played on Friday, I know I've got the game to do that, and it ain't going to be there every week, because if it was, my handicap would just be going down like this, which it isn't. And playing to your handicap week in, week out isn't something you're supposed to do, which is why we have the handicap system in the first place. So those rounds for me to get down are going to have to be better. They're going to have to be more often if I want to be a single figure golfer, because I'm going to have to score that every week to get that handicap and maintain it. I can't just have one really good round. But having that 79 on Friday, I know that that game is in. I know I can play to that kind of level. Look, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm an amazing 5 handicapped golfer. Not at all. You know, even on that round, I still had a few scabby shots in there, because, you know, that's the level of my game. But, you know, I know it's there. Now, at Howley Hall, I mean, I shot 101. So, 79 versus 101. From one day to the next. I mean, Jesus. That's 20 odd shots difference. But like I say, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. You know, I have another 0.1 on my handicap, okay? But next week might be 0.8, 0.9, 1.5 or whatever off my handicap. So that good round I know is around the corner, because I know the game is in there. So yeah, I'm not beating myself up about it this week. So thank you to all those people who did comment below and say, don't give yourself such a hard time, just go out and enjoy it and play golf. So even though on Saturday during the round I knew I was playing really badly, I knew it was my own fault, it was self-inflicted totally. So even though I had a 10, I didn't get angry and I didn't start flinging clubs around, and I didn't just get grumpy with myself. It is what it is, and I was really hungover. What do you expect? You know, McIlroy or Tommy Fleetwood or any of these guys, they don't turn up to the golf course with a stinking hangover, and sometimes you get away with it, and I have done that before. But generally, you can't really hit the golf ball, because you just can't. So yeah, that's been my week, guys. Now this week, I am going to try and do some more practice. I'm going to try and get on the golf course and just play the course. That's the only practice I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the course, I'm going to play 9 or 10 holes at a time, and work on scoring those holes and getting a bit of a strategy on how to score those holes. And don't ever deviate from it. Just play it in that way. Because it's not a course where you need to hit a lot of driver at Howley Hall, because it's very tight. So that's the plan. The course is closed a couple of days this week because we've got quite a big event on. The Yorkshire Open is at Howley Hall again this year, which is great for the club, but it does mean that the course will be closed Wednesday, Thursday. But I am going to try and get around that and play outside of those times as much as I can, and carry on with my put out, because that seems to really have helped my putting. So all in all, a good positive on Friday, because I shot 79, so that gives me a good confidence shooting a sub 80 round. Negative is Howley Hall in the medal, shooting 101, but severely hungover, so can't really take too much from that. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Sorry there was no golf in it this week. I hope you weren't too disappointed. If nothing else, you can have a little laugh at my 10 on the 7th hole at Howley Hall. I don't mind. I just hope I don't make the turd wall with Liam, Golf Vlogs UK. Go and check out his turd wall. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video as always, guys. And keep leaving the comments. Let me know what quest you're on, what challenge you're trying to do, how you're doing with your game, and equally, the stuff you're posting, the positive little tips. The other week, you know, not letting the game get me down and just going out and enjoying it. And all those little bits of wisdom that you guys are sharing with me really make a difference. So yeah, if you could carry on doing that, that would be ace. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the little red button and subscribe now and follow me on this journey to single figures, hopefully. Feels like we're getting closer, so we'll see how we get on this week. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again soon.